Ms. Mahalbahu, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to continue our discussion at the successful event back in March in the DFS forum, where you gave a wonderful presentation about the recent developments and what's happening in the payments arena in Jordan. Mainly Jomo Pay and all the developments and the new systems that were developed and adopted by the Central Bank of Jordan. As the executive director of the payments department in the central bank, there has been numerous questions and given the limited time available at the forum, many people didn't get the chance to ask you these questions. So we're taking this opportunity to ask these questions, discuss them, and get your feedback on them. I think this brings us to the importance of using the data available from these services, right?
Yes.
So what are the plans for the central bank to utilize, how it will be gathered, how it will be analyzed, all of this data, not only from the transportation, but from all these services?
Abiding by and respecting the consumer data protection, we can benefit huge benefits from the data from mobile payments. Luckily, the switch was built to collect and analyze these data, but we will need later on to integrate it with some big data engines to analyze further. We can collect data on health services, public health services. We can collect data on university students' consumption and behavior. We can later on integrate all the data and pattern of your income, your consumption, and your commitment to pay your bills and your dues for credit bureau. So this system will enable people later on to have some credit history. They will become eligible to get some loans from banks or other financial institutions. Currently, this is a very critical problem where people might approach, especially entrepreneurs, small entrepreneurs, micro institutions, where they approach banks or other financial service providers for some credit facilities or loans, and they cannot get that because they lack all types of credit history. But with mobile payments, you can benefit from these engines and intelligent engines to build some profile on these people, to conduct some cognitive risk assessment on these people as well, where you can get less risk when you give them any kind of credit.
And one can see the huge benefits for the service provider, whether banks or non-bank financial institutions, and the consumer side.
Definitely.
Making use of this, let's say, untraditional data and financial data and history about the consumer behavior and behavior.
Adding to that, we live in a world, the most powerful weapon is information. So when you have this very comprehensive sources of information where you can analyze them on real time, and this is very important as well, real-time information, you can have better decision making. You will be more able as a government institutions, as other decision makers, to have well informed decisions. To add something, I would love to revisit your question for data, the utilization and benefits of data. I said definitely we will always respect regulations of data privacy. This is something we would never ever touch. If there is any need at any time to benefit or utilize any of data that are related to the customers, we will get the permission, personal direct permission from customers, and it's up to them whether they allow or not. The information that will be, or data that will be used, it will be very anonymous, like we would collect geographical coverage of the service. So gender, we can say that, for example, we have 1 million wallets, 60% male or female, the million wallets served or covered, 60% who are unbanked, and this is very important to know what geographical locations were served and to analyze if there's any geographical location that was not well served. So we might even ask the participants to give more effort and service to these areas. So general information, but would nothing breach the privacy of any customer.
And will these information be made public?
Definitely. These are like information that would benefit all participants in the country. And it's nothing that would harm anyone. But anything more than that would definitely require getting personal signature and information. Another thing, in Jordan, according to the e-government agenda, the new national ID with a smart chip is supposed to be introduced shortly, maybe in August or September. This will serve even more protecting data, could even facilitate later on digital enrollment of people, because you will ensure that this person who is enrolling and registering to get the service. It will not even require in the future physical visit to the location of the agent to register. Once we have this robust, strong digital signature, digital identification of the user, we will even facilitate the requirements for enrollment.
Again, thank you very much.
You are most welcome.